Brats, as if there weren't already enough accessories for the Oculus Quest 2, NexiGo has sent us a full charging dock. It's got some cool lights and stuff on it. Let's check this out. NexiGo Oculus Quest 2 charging stand. This charges the headset and the controllers. Let's open it up. Small, sharp unboxing knife, because this thing's covered in plastic. Always use the right tool for the right job, something small and safe. Oh, we got more tape, because the plastic wrap was not enough. Boom. And upon the open, we've got more boxes and crap. Now, one little secret a lot of people don't know about the Anker charging dock, the one that I commonly use. It is similar to a lot of these other charging docks, but what they did was they actually just added some solid weights inside of it to make it feel really premium. Now, this thing doesn't feel like it's weighted, but it is good solid plastic. It feels pretty good. It's got rubber grip on the bottom. It feels good, but it's a lot lighter than the Anker dock. We got a power adapter. We are not taking it easy on the environment with the amount of packaging this thing came with. We got your 2 rechargeable controller batteries. My goodness, each battery is in separate plastic. They shouldn't touch in shipping, so that one kind of makes sense. But we really went all out here with the freaking amounts of plastic. Little controller battery doors. They've actually got the rechargers on the very bottom instead of on the side, and then a magnetic charging cable. The thing I'm most curious about this, because this has a magnetic charging cable that reaches up to your headset, instead of just the one that's set up on the side on the Anker one, would this one actually enable you to move this over and recharge a battery pack instead of your Quest 2? Boy, that's a lot of garbage. One part of the stand and the other part. Assembly time. Pretty straightforward. This just drops into here. Doesn't feel like it snaps in or anything, so you could easily remove that again. This part up here has arrows on it to show you which way to do this. It feels weird. It's like the plastic sticks to the other plastic. It's not bad, it's just weird. That part is actually assembled. We just have to hook the power cord up. Power dock is a USB-C. That's kind of cool. And interestingly, it's got 2 USB ports. It's got one right here and one hidden right there. Oh wow, okay. So it's anticipating you're gonna have the stock head strap, I'm imagining, not, you know, the cloth one, not like a plastic one like this, because it doesn't have any sort of support for that. Although, even though it doesn't, it's holding it, like the front's leaning up a little bit because of the weight, but it's not actively trying to fall. But I mean, if you had a persistent cat, they at least could like knock it around. It might not actually fall down, but it doesn't feel super amazing with an aftermarket strap. Maybe if I tighten that all the way down to kind of get that weight forward. Maybe if you tighten it down every time, then it's okay. It kind of has this weird hovering look. It does work. Real quick, I've got controllers. I got to swap these out with the batteries. This actually is not my Quest 2, if you didn't notice that. This is actually one of the big supporters of the channel, K. You might remember him. He used to hang out in streams a lot, and he actually bought us our Oculus Quest 2. This is his Quest 2, and so I'm gonna surprise him by giving him this stand. Batteries are a simple install. You just swap out your old ones. You wanna make sure there's a metal part on here that the other side does not have. That metal needs to be sticking out, because then it's gonna make contact with the prongs inside of here when this goes on. And I gotta say, it's a solid battery door. It feels like it's exactly the same plastic as this one. It fits really perfectly. That is pretty close to looking just like the original one there. One big disadvantage of this system is the way these are designed. You are not gonna be able to have any sort of grips on your Oculus Quest 2 controllers, because this needs to drop fully into here like that to charge. So unlike the Anker charging dock, where I can at least put some like hand straps on it, you don't really have any options at all. It's gotta fit perfectly, it's gotta fit all the way down, and it really is only gonna work with at least something really similar to a stock strap. That's probably the biggest disadvantage so far, I would say. And now we've got the magnetic charger they send. So it looks like if you wanna do this the right way, the way they're telling you to here, you plug it in here, you run it up to here, and then that is always just gonna be ready. It's gonna be kind of hanging there. Now, it's not super long. I was hoping that it would be a little longer actually, because then if you had like a battery pack that has it back here, you could actually charge it from that. It doesn't. So I really wish they had sent like an extra one of these that was maybe a foot long, especially because they did something Anker didn't do. They also included another USB port right here. So what I'm imagining that has to be for is, let's say you have a battery pack in the back that needs other charging. I guess they assume you're gonna have your own charging cable that you're gonna run to that. So you'll probably wanna pick up an extra magnetic charger and just run one from there up to that and snap it in. And then you could essentially always leave your battery pack plugged into the Quest 2. You can use this just to charge yours. And that's the one big advantage over Anker. Right now, this whole thing is lighting up orange, and once the Quest 2 is fully charged, that's gonna switch over to blue. Now it does have 2 USB ports back here, but it does look like the lower USB port has nothing to do with the lights. It doesn't register anything with lights. It's only gonna be that upper one that's gonna tell you whether or not your Quest 2 is charged. Another cool detail I've gotta add, there's a left and right to tell you which controller is which and where to put them. Those are lighting up orange. So when those get fully charged, your controller's charged, those are gonna light up blue, this is gonna light up blue, and easily at a glance, you're gonna know my Quest 2 is completely charged and ready for use. 3.5 hours if your Quest 2 is dead to charge the headset, 2.5 hours to charge the controllers if they're dead. One of the other cons we gotta talk about, price. This is not cheap. This is not some much cheaper alternative to the Anker dock. The Anker dock is supposed to go for around $88. This is $80. So it's not much cheaper than that. It is pretty stylish. I like the hovering look. I like how it holds the controllers. I like how the lights are really obvious. The only thing I don't love, like I said, I wish there was something back here that held an aftermarket strap up just to give you a little more feeling of security. That's not gonna easily fall, but it just doesn't make me feel really good, especially if you had a battery pack on the back of this, all that weight hanging out. Not a big deal if you have a Halo strap, but if you have like an Oculus Elite head strap that can't really flex that way, you're gonna have some issues with that. I would say probably only use this with either the original strap or some kind of a Halo strap that gives you some flexibility to push your strap down when you put it away. You're not gonna be able to use the grips. We talked about that already, but you gotta be someone who's okay with just the stock controllers. A lot of people are, but if you're not, that's gonna be an issue. And then of course, the biggest bonus over the Anker charging dock, it's got an extra USB port in the back. So that's my thoughts. It's everything I got for you. At $80, if you have the right head strap and you use the controllers this way, I would say this is still worth it because you got everything charged, ready to play, looking good all the time. I do like that about it. So I will leave a link in the description, but be aware of those caveats I said, because you got to have the right setup. Otherwise, you might feel like you spent too much on something that's not doing exactly what you want it to. Do any of you have one of these? Have you ever tried a headset charging dock exactly like this or some of the other ones? What are your thoughts on them out there? This one is actually going to be given to our supporter who gave us our Quest 2. I'm going to give him this whole set. I'm going to surprise him with this Quest all set with this because I thought this is a really nice set. And then he'll finally be charged to actually play games with me when his headset's always laying around dead somewhere. Thank you so much for spending some of your time here with us today. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. And I will see you in another reality.